According to reports, before early 2021, many pharmaceutical companies in Nigeria contributed to the country's availability of drugs. However, in late 2023, most of these companies started to leave Nigeria due to the high cost of production. One of the pharmaceutical companies, GlaxoSmithKline (GSK), known for household brands like Panadol and Sensodyne, in August 2023 discontinued operations in Nigeria, ending its 51-year existence in the country after the company's first operation in July 1, 1972. This, followed by five other big pharmaceutical companies like Sanofi, a French pharmaceutical multinational, Unilever, Bolt Food, and others, have scaled back their operations just in 2023, citing harsh economic conditions. Problems like lingering foreign exchange scarcity, poor power supply, port congestion, multiple taxation, insecurity, and poor infrastructure have forced these companies to stop operating in Nigeria.
So if the cost of the drug goes up, the cost that you use to procure those drugs goes up, definitely by the time you add your markup and everything, the end products or whatever selling price will definitely also go up. So cost of production, cost of transportation, cost of import. By the time you add all these things, all these costs, which have already skyrocketed, some of them are already 50%, some of them are 70%, some of them are 100% increase. By the time you add all those 150, 20-year, 30-year, by the time you add all those percentage, you see that you're already going about, you're getting like 800% increase already in what in producing getting a particular product down to your final consumer.
Is there any possibility of the price of these drugs coming down? In the quest for finding answers to these questions, the KAFTAN TV crew had an interview with pharmacist Rotimi Temitope, who is involved in the field of pharmaceutical drugs business in Nigeria. Temitope said to stem this tide, the government should look inward to reduce taxes and eliminate multiple taxation on these companies, advocating for a centralized approach.
In advanced countries, you see governments giving tax free to companies or organizations. Some of them they don't collect tax from them. Some of them they just tell them to do community, give back to the community. That's what they tell them to do. They don't tax them. But check on some of these some of these companies that produce in this country. Check what they are paying back to the government as tax. It's so huge.
For instance, Ventolin inhaler brand by GlaxoSmithKline Pharmaceuticals cost on the average 4,500 naira per canister in May 2023, but by November 2023 it sold for as much as 12,000 naira in some retail shops. Experts say that this price could eventually become worse because the companies are no longer in Nigeria.
Like the government promised us a new law. There's really nothing we can do than hope. That's the simple truth. At the moment, there's nothing we can do than hope. Because to tell you that these products are going to come down, it's a bloody lie. To tell you that the prices are going to come down, it's a lie. That's the simple truth. As it's going now at the moment. Because the cost of running business is going up. Price of diesel is up, price of petroleum is up, gas is up, and you need these things to run this business. I have products in we call them wet products here in the fridge. They need like 24/7. 24/7. If they are not, if this fridge is not on for more than 3 hours, I know products that will have been denatured inside.
Nigeria loses over 1 trillion naira yearly to import active pharmaceutical ingredients. Report shows that although the country has enough cassava, pharmaceutical-grade starch, and raw materials for petrochemical industries and other active pharmaceutical ingredients, it will cost a pharmaceutical industry about 46.25 billion naira to set up structures for local processing of these active pharmaceutical ingredients. The question is, why is there no functional pharmaceutical industry in Nigeria? And are there conducive conditions to make such industries thrive? Experts said Nigeria must look inward before it is too late.
This year, this 2024, we're already in 2024. I heard Emzor is planning to start their own producing their active pharmaceutical ingredients, APIs, for specifically for anti-malarials for now. So if they kick off production, I can tell you that I can buy anti-malaria as low as 200 naira. or maximum 500 naira. So it's not that we don't have the capacity to do these things. The other aspect of it is lack of our own pharmaceutical industries producing our own products. It's one of the major challenges. We have these raw materials. Anti-malaria, for instance, one of the major content of it, quinine, is one of we have it in our most of our herbal products. We have them readily available. Our back of our dongoyaro, we have them quinine leaves. They are everywhere in Nigeria. But we have no, the government policies have not enabled pharmaceutical industries to be able to enhance these natural resources that we have.
The alternative to importing drugs for local manufacturing comes at a huge cost. What will be the fate of Nigeria in the time to come? In a recent street survey conducted in Abuja, citizens shared their struggles in accessing essential medications due to the surging prices, raising alarm about the impact on public health.
I've had a situation where I went to a pharmacy, bought a drug, okay? Then I came back and I was asked to go back and buy the same drug. Before I got back to the pharmacy, the price changed by 100% because information has gone around that that drug is no longer available because the supply is no longer available. So this thing happened. And if you are not sick or if you don't have a loved one that is going through health challenges, you won't understand exactly what is going on in our health sector. It's actually a crisis, and I expect the government to declare emergency on our health sector.
I remember the malaria fever drug we used to buy at 700 naira is now 1,500, and in some places they will tell you 2,000. Even common paracetamol we used to buy 15 naira, 100 naira, but now is 200, 250. So the price has gone higher than what it was before.
Many urged the government authorities to consider subsidizing drugs in primary healthcare centers across the country.
If they subsidize, then people will be able to go for it. Give medical attention, provision. If government can do that, I believe it's only government that can do that. And importation of these drugs, many of those costly drugs are being imported. So they should be duty-free.
Amidst these skyrocketing prices and high demand for foreign medicines, one may consider relying on traditional medicines. Pharmacist Rotimi Temitope recommended traditional medicine for treatment. However, he decried issues of standardization and other challenges as major problems depriving traditional medicines from thriving.
The challenge with taking that is you might take it if you're not very sure of the dosage you're supposed to take. You might end up causing more harm than good to yourself because in the long run you might start having organ failures, kidney, liver, because some of these our laba drugs are very conk. They are very strong.
As Nigeria struggles with the complexities of the pharmaceutical industry, citizens and experts alike await decisive government action to alleviate the burden on the healthcare system and ensure access to affordable medications for all.